Well, we've made cucumber mint jam, cucumber cinnamon sticks. Well, now let's make some chocolate cucumber bites. I just have so many cucumbers coming off of my trellis, I have to keep getting creative with ways to preserve them. Not to mention, this is a great recipe to get rid of some of those that got a little too big. So this is gonna be one of them slip some nutrition and protein into your kid's diet without them knowing recipes. My daughter eats fairly well and she does eat a lot of nutritional food. However, we really struggle with her protein intake, so I enjoy getting creative and a little sneaky with her snacks. I'm gonna be using the entire cucumber, the peelings, the seeds and all. The only reason I slice them up is that way it's gonna be easier for my blender to handle. So I'm gonna grab my blender, I'm gonna place it on my food scale, and I'm gonna put in 350 grams of cucumbers. At the base of anything chocolate, it's always gonna be vanilla. So I'm gonna use some vanilla extract, then I'm gonna add 10 grams of dark cocoa powder. Trust me, use the dark cocoa powder. I promise you'll love it. We also want 10 grams of powdered peanut butter, 10 grams of organic vanilla. I'm using 10 grams of brown swerve and 20 grams of stevia. Finally, something other than 10 grams, jeez. And believe it or not, we want just a pinch of salt to bring all them flavors out. And oh man, I almost forgot, the cottage cheese. We want 200 grams. I prefer the Daisy. This is gonna be good. You'll be surprised at how good this is right now. It's got a good chocolatey and peanut butter vibe to it. I've started using these mini muffin pans a lot for stuff like this. These also have the metal frame so you can pick them right up and handle them after they're full. But this blender full will just about fill one of these trays. Or maybe it'll fill it. So I have 4 trays full. Now these pieces are going to be snack bite size, but I want to have some powder that we can add water to and have instant chocolate pudding. So I'm gonna pour a blender full across the bottom of 2 of my trays. I use these tray stackers for my trays, but the silicone molds I can just pick right up and everything's gonna get pre-froze overnight. After they freeze, they'll pop right out of these trays. I have 48 mini muffins per tray, so they're pretty good and loaded. Well, the freeze dry is loaded up and I'm thinking this is gonna take at least 48 hours. 52 hours later and these babies are done. Look, they come right off the trays. They're not even stuck. And my powder, well, that just rolls right off with a spatula. But are they crispy? They're crispy, they're airy, and they're absolutely delicious. They have the texture very similar to like those kids' puffs. You would have no clue that cucumber and cottage cheese win these if I had not showed you. No one flavor is overpowering, they just have a very pleasant chocolate and peanut butter flavor. I'm gonna toss these in a mason jar and drop in a desicant because they're gonna be opened often, and seal them off with my vacuum sealer. The powder gets pulverized in my blender. That will also be stored in a jar, except this time with an O2 absorber for more shelf life. Anytime we want some pudding, I'll just add water until I get the consistency that I want. Bam, instant chocolate pudding. That might be better than the bites. Woo. That is good. Snacks like this are a great way to trick your kids into eating something with some actual nutrition and protein instead of just carbs and fats. If you want to make healthy snacks like this at home, now's the time because these freezer dryers are actually on an end of summer sale. So grab you one and start a new healthier lifestyle today.